Hello everybody and welcome to round number 3 of season 5 of the Sunoco Elite Series. We are here in Michigan at Michigan International Speedway for 50 laps around this very long oval, one of the longer regular ovals on the schedule that is not considered a super speedway. But it has been action-packed since we first came here in season 1, and we're hoping for another great race here today. Sorry about the low uploads lately, though. I mentioned it a few times in other places, but yeah, I've been sick, and I'm still slightly sick, but not sick enough to skip recording again. So I'm gonna get Michigan through here today. So on pole position today, it is a Maverick GP front row lockout. William Duncan and Alexander Rowe take the front row. Maverick GP trying to get back on form that we saw last season when they absolutely dominated constructors in season 4, and I guess they're hoping to do that again in season 5, and this is the way to start that. On row 2, you have Kieran Mulcher, who actually won one of the La Colina races last season, and then also won at Kansas last season. 2 wins to his name now. He's looking for number 3 to try to beat his rival, Jack Halleck. Alongside DJ Curtis, the rookie, his first full-time season, but he first appeared in season 2, as it's been said in the past. First appeared in season 2 in the Royale and didn't appear until season 5, so he's back here and showing a lot of strength here today, making Monarch proud. He starts P4. In row 3, you have Aiden Shepard, the season opener winner in Pensacola, trying to make 2 out of 3 wins in the first 3 races, which would be an amazing start to a season for him. Roush Racing Enterprises is leading the constructors right now, and if he can get another win, that may solidify them leading it even longer. Alongside Eric Monaco, who has never won a race but has come close here in the past. He got P2 here in season 3 under Scott Ganassi Racing, and now he's under Monarch. Can he pull it off here in Michigan? On row 4, you have Paul Jackson, who has had the best start of the season overall. But this is usually how he starts. He starts his seasons not too good and picks it up as the season goes on. We'll see if he can pick it up early here in Michigan. Alongside Eric Monaco, your points leader, the first time we've ever seen a rank D points leader in history. And a lot of people are really excited to see what Eric Monaco can do now that he's in the points lead. He starts P8 on the grid. We'll see if he can keep a good position and try to keep his points lead. On row 5, you have Hans Windhelm in P9 as we're about to get the command real quick.
Drivers, start your engines.
There we go. Hans Windhelm in P9 for Epic Motorsports, his first season out of rank C and D, and he is so far performing pretty well. So now he's starting on P9 here in Michigan. We'll see if he can do well here today. Alongside Vince Freeze, who starts P10 for Hood Huddleston Racing. And a lot of people are looking out for him now. He's been doing pretty good so far this season for a rookie in a rank D. And maybe he'll be the next Hans Windhelm. Who knows? But starting P10, this is one way to start off a race. Look for anyone with issues. Seems that everyone's gotten off pit road, which is usually the first step. Some big threats near the rear of the field. Philip Scott, Cordell Paulson, Adam Vincent, Max Anderson, Stephen Thompson, Vance Caldwell, Zachary Fitzwater. Even people like Dan Bartlett and Wilder Ravine, Bobby Jones could be threats. Skylar Johnson could be a threat. John Art. Get up through the field. People like Jeffrey Finguy have some work to do. Brock has work to do, and it seems that someone has an issue here because they're making contact. I think Eric Monaco is trying to get to the apron, but Jackson doesn't have the space to give it to him. He doesn't have space to brake or speed up. We'll have to just keep check on Eric for a moment. Yeah, he is reporting an issue, so we are going to have to restack. There he goes. Trying to push a little more. We'll be back in just a moment once Eric Monaco fixes his issue. Alright, I think we got the issue fixed this time. Eric Monaco is back on the grid. He is reporting that the power is good. And I think everyone should be good to go. So they're starting to speed up now as they go in 3 and 4, starting to get ready to go on this grid. 50 laps, as mentioned. Laps around here go around the 40-second range, and William Duncan's going to have a long way to go if he wants to win this race from pole. But you don't usually see someone win from pole here, as this is a very tough track to keep the lead on at the start. We'll see if anyone's able to get out front early, though. As we come out of the last corner, pace car will be coming in this time to start the race. There we go. William Duncan will lead him down to the green flag here in Michigan International Speedway. He will call it. And green flag hits the air here in Michigan. It was a great start out of Curtis on that outside, and also out of Monaco on the outside. We'll see if they can hold it any. Looks like Curtis backed off a little bit, but Monaco still on a charge, trying to go down the inside of Alexander Rowe. But right now it's William Duncan being challenged by Kieran Mulcher now for the lead of this race. This is going into 3 and 4, lap 1. Oh, Mulcher loses momentum. It's going to lead Duncan to just sweep it around the outside and take the lead back. And William Duncan will lead lap 1 here at Michigan. Your pole sitter will lead the very first lap of the race. And there it is. Duncan leads. Over Shepard, it looks like it's going to be. Oh, but we do see Jackson butting his head into this. Not going to work. It's still Mulcher versus Shepard for second. Now Rowe versus Shepard for third. As Mulcher now gets away from Shepard. Shepard way down low. Trying to make that way inside work. But early runs, usually the outside has a little bit of an advantage. Until we get a little bit faster, then it's going to start evening out. But as we go on to lap 3, it's still William Duncan now being challenged by his teammate Alexander Rowe. Rowe's got 3 wins to his name, all coming at Speedways. 2 at Kansas, 1 at Vegas. We'll see if he can put one down at Michigan. He's one of the best oval guys you'll see out here. And he's showing it again. Down the inside of Mulcher, he'll get it easily and he'll go right back after his teammate. With help from Ryan Monaco, a person with a lot of experience at this track. And it looks like Rowe, coming in turn 1, will clear Duncan coming into turn 1 and will take the lead away. It's now Rowe and then Monaco and Duncan fighting for second. Mulcher in fourth. And Windhelm seems to be locked into 5th as Duncan clears Monaco. Now as we come into 3 and 4, Mulcher wants to run down the inside of Ryan Monaco. Ryan Monaco is winless in his career. Been here all 5 seasons, but has never won a race. Windhelm has never won a race. He's been here since season 2. Then you got other people who have wins, who haven't even been here as long. Halleck has 2 wins, been here since season 3. Shepard, though, 5 wins, been here since the very, very beginning. Won the very first race. Very, varying crowd here. But it's led by Alexander Rowe, probably the biggest championship threat last season. But he just got beaten out by Cordell Paulson and Paul Jackson. But right now it's Rowe, Windhelm, Duncan, Monaco, and Mulcher, your top 5 in this race. Mulcher trying to hold strong on that outside, trying to beat Monaco on the outside of the corner. The inside doesn't work too well in 1 and 2, but Monaco trying to make it work. The big problem is out of the corner where the outside gets a nice boost of momentum, but Mulcher didn't get that. So Monaco's going to have the advantage in 3 and 4 because the inside's a little bit better in 3 and 4. Mulcher goes way up the track. Oh, he tried to wrap it around the outside but went a little too far and lost the rear end. Was able to save it from going in the wall, so he'll have some work to do, but at least he's still in this race. He's still in this battle. Keep an eye on Mulcher. It's still Rowe, but Windhelm looks very, very eager to get this lead. We just saw first time winner last time out, Stephen Thompson winning at Watkins Glen. Could we get another in the form of Hans Windhelm or Ryan Monaco? As both of them are challenging for positions. Hans Windhelm, the German, the only German in the field. Drove for Spark Auto Racing in Season 2 and has driven for Monarch from Season 3 to 4 and has now joined Epic Motorsports in Season 5. We'll see. What can Windhelm do? Can he defend the outside run now from both Mavericks? Actually, it's all three Mavericks. Maverick GP has formed a train. Oh, I don't think Windhelm is going to beat that. Nope. Both Rowe and Duncan clear it. You're not going to beat all three Mavericks when they're together. That's not happening. Great teamwork out of Maverick GP. Let's look at some of the threats near the back. Anderson has been dropping since the start. Let's look at your last week's winner. Stephen Thompson's not doing too hot. Same with Bowers, Brock, Arndt, Caldwell. Fitzwater needs to do some work. Scott's doing some work. He's been coming through the field slowly. He's going to need a little more, but he's on his way. Pericles is here with him. So, Scott Ganassy's doing not too bad. Their points leader, fighting with Jeffrey Finn guy. This looks to be for the, what, 12th or 13th position? Yeah, 13th. As Finn guy will get it, and he's going to start running after his teammate Scott Roush. Yep, 2 positions, 1 lap for Finn guy, so he's on his way up. Watch out for him. But Ryan Monaco now challenging Hans Windhelm for the lead. I didn't even see that Hans Windhelm got the spot, but now Monaco going for the lead, and he'll clear him out of 2. It's now Monaco, Windhelm, and then all 3 Mavericks, Duncan, Rowe, and Halleck. Duncan down the inside of Windhelm for second. Halleck gonna go with him. Halleck now challenging Duncan as Rowe gets down to the inside, starts to challenge Windhelm. Now Halleck has help from his teammate to challenge his teammate. You can see Jackson's joining into the fight with Curtis. These two have closed in. Roush has been making a few moves. Finguy made a move on his teammate. But Downey also coming through the field. But this is a great fight for the lead. Ryan Monaco trying to fend from Maverick. But the Mavericks are separate now. All separated by a car between them. Duncan and Halleck separated by Windhelm, and Halleck and Rowe separated by Curtis. Monarch doing exceptionally well today, as here comes their other teammate and team owner, Carlson. William Carlson Jr. has 1 win to his name, came in Pensacola last season. Now trying to pull another one. He's battling with Paul Jackson. A nice alliance between those two, but a nice battle will lead Roush just to get a free spot. I'm just lurking back here, looking for a few of the bigger threats, maybe to try to come to the field. We're looking for Scott. Shepard's been dropping. There's Arndt. Arndt's made up a few spots since we last looked at him. Good job, Arndt. A lot of people are losing spots. Anderson in last. It's not what you'd expect out of Max Anderson, but here comes Hans Windhelm for second. Windhelm is down low, trying to take second position from William Duncan, which will put Epic Motorsports in second. Epic Motorsports is off the grid except for Windhelm. Where are their other teammates? We're looking for Caldwell and Aron. I believe they're both near the rear. 25th and 26th. They're 26th and 27th. So everyone's in the points for that team. It's just only one of them's near the front, and that's Windhelm attempting the second position now. He's got that inside in 3 and 4. He's even got a little bit of a nose on him. He'll clear him. He's cleared him. And now Curtis going for third, trying to get up to his teammate. Carlson is on the way. Monarch is on a tear right now. This battle is nowhere near over yet, as Windhelm looks like he wants more. 2 people who have never won in the Sunoco Lead Series, followed by someone who hasn't won since the very first season. This is heating up. Followed by another first-time winner, Curtis, but now it's Carlson, an actual winner in the series. A few others back here, a few Speedway veterans, the 2 most well-known ones. Even though Jackson's never won at one, he's said it many times in the past that he's a Speedway guy. He loves these places. And Jeffrey Finn guy, who dominated 2 Speedways in Season 3. Sadly going into retirement after this season, but Finn guy trying to get a win before that's over. Carlson moving up into the 3rd position now. Windhelm still chasing Monaco. Definitely not giving him an inch. Did he gain? Yes. He's 2/10 off as he's going to come down the inside. It's a long lunge. He's not going to make it work. That was too far. He's getting eager. Which means that Windhelm has the power to get it done. He's just got to be a little more patient about it. Got to get up right to the rear before he attempts a pass like that. Monarch Motorsports, look at him. They are a big threat to win this race if I've ever seen one. But Hans Windhelm trying to prevent that. The top 5 has 1 win or less to their name. People behind though. Roush 2, Halleck 2, Rowe 3. You got Jovic doesn't have any. Jackson 2, Scott 5, Freeze none, Pericles 5, Finguy 2, Paulson only's got 1, Downey none, Arndt 5, Angel none, Mulcher 2, Jones none, Shepard 5, Caldwell 5, Ron none, Fitzwater 2, Johnson none, Monaco 1, Log 3 wins, Brock 9 wins, Thompson 1 last week, Bauer 6. Lots of people in this pack. Anderson 7. But right now it's all resting on Ryan Monaco. Been here since season 1, never gotten a win. And he's trying to pull it off. We're only the halfway point though. And with Hans Windhelm and William Carlson Jr. looking threatening behind, how long can Ryan Monaco hold on to this? And he's back near the rear of him. Is he going to make a move this time? He's got the momentum to do it. He'll pull out to the inside. Can he get it done in 1 and 2 this time? This is attempt number 3 at this move. Maybe he went a little too low on the entry. Yeah, he went a little low from where he entered. He needed to be up high when he entered, and that did not work out. Now he's got to defend from the other 2 Monarchs behind. But they're working together. Carlson down the inside of Windhelm. And Curtis not far. You cannot forget about Philip Scott, who is coming through the field quick. And he has now gotten past Duncan for 5th. Jovic trying to make the move for 6th. Keep an eye on Jovic. He ain't no rookie to racing. He's what, 41? Jovic is not a young gun out here. Even though it's only his 2nd season in SCS competition, he has raced many years. Finally showing that experience. As Philip Scott's already caught up to the back of Curtis. Oh no. All 5 of these members are either on Monarch or have been on Monarch at one time or another. Scott and Windhelm were both on that team last season, and the rest of them are currently on it. As Windhelm back down the inside, it looks like it might work this time. Windhelm for the lead, and he's got it. Hans Windhelm will take down the Monarchs. Oh, Monaco. Does he have an issue? Monaco just slowed down a ton. Did he just lose his momentum, or does Ryan Monaco have a legit issue? He's looking like he's getting back up to pace. Now it's Windhelm, Curtis, Scott, Carlson, and Duncan. No, Monaco has an issue. Monaco is slow on the track. Oh. Something just went wrong. A cylinder might be down in that 8 car. From the lead, I think a cylinder's down. Yeah, it's gotta be. They're down 1 cylinder. They're reporting it. There's something wrong with the car. They're trying things in the car. We'll see if he can get that thing back up to pace. Or now look at him drop. What devastation for the 8 crew. They had such a good day going. From the lead, they have a cylinder go down, and they're going to just drop through the field. Terrible luck for the 8 car. But it's an amazing streak of luck for Hans Windhelm as he leads this race from now Philip Scott. The legend himself, Carlson Jr., challenging his teammate Curtis, and he'll go right after Scott. These two swapped places last season with the teams. Just temporarily, they're coming back to their teams this season, trying to prove their worth at their own teams. And Carlson down the inside of Philip Scott for second. Maybe he'll attempt to get to Windhelm. But Philip Scott, the Michigan native, the hometown hero, one of two in this field. The only other one, Jeffrey Finguy, who's in 13th. Not doing bad. It could climb through the field a little more. It's Hans Windhelm just trying to get a little bit of a gap. But Philip Scott's not letting him. He's closing in. That Little Caesars number 89 car has now closed to the back of Hans Windhelm. And a caution is out. Lap 32 and a caution is in the air. Was it Ryan? Did someone hit Ryan? We'll go see. Ryan Monaco would hold up the package. Shepard tried to dive low and would go right into Bowers and right on his roof in the fence. He would get out of the car very, very shaken up. And he is currently in the medical center as we speak. He already got an injury last season. And to see that he might get another one this season, that's very disappointing. Bad luck for Aiden Shepard. Hans Windhelm leads. We'll be back. So no pits. I see Ryan in the back is pitting. That's a very smart move. Ryan Monaco, they're gonna try to get that car fixed as he's now on pit lane. Ryan Monaco was the leader just a few laps ago, and it just all went wrong. What could have went wrong, and Ryan Monaco could have been the winner of this race. He definitely could have had the speed to do it. But today is just not his day. Pull in the pit lane. Is he going to be able to fix it, or are they going to pull him in the garage? They're fixing it. We watch Ryan Monaco. We're going to see he's the only, technically the only pit member, because looked like Lorenzo Log dropped out of the race, went in the garage. He's done. They're going to send Ryan Monaco back out. Maybe some extra fuel in the car to make sure he can get to the end. We're pretty sure everyone can make it. Ryan Monaco out of pit lane. We'll see if that fixes his problem. We'll be back. Hans Windhelm, your leader. Alright, it'll be 15 to go this time around. Shepard, Bowers, and Lorenz Log all dropped out. The only three that were really involved in that incident all dropped out. Ryan will stay in the races at the tail end of the field. We'll see if Ryan fixed his issue. If he did, he may be able to climb a good amount of spots back in the points at least, if he's got that problem fixed. But it will be 15 to go this time around. Windhelm leads. We're going to go through your top 10. It's Windhelm, Philip Scott, William Duncan, Dak Jovic, William Carlson Jr., DJ Curtis, Scott Roush, John Art, Alexander Rowe, and Cordell Paulson. That is your top 10 currently. I'd say anyone within the top 10, maybe top 15, people like Downey, Jackson, Finguy, Freeze, and Angel. These guys might have a chance at it. They just need the right push. The big thing is, if Ryan Monaco has not fixed that car, he's going to be slow on pace by a long shot, and that might mean that they're going to catch back up to him at the end of this race, which could be bad. That could cause a big wreck. So we just got to hope that Ryan Monaco is up to pace here in Michigan. As we'll come out of the last corner, Duncan will dive down pit lane. At the last second, William Duncan is going to dive down pit lane. He's reporting a tire issue, a vibration. They're telling him stay out. They are telling Duncan to stay out on track. Green flag in the air. Duncan, very slow. Duncan is coming to the stop. They told him to stay out on track, but right as they did, the issue got worse. Are they going to call it? They're going to call it. They're going to call it immediately. They have already called it. They're going to race back. Because that's how the rules work. When caution comes out, they do race back. So Philip Scott challenging for the lead. on Hans Windhelm. This is back to the line with William Duncan's issue. That was a bad move telling Duncan to stay out on track. And it'll be Philip Scott leading him back to the line. Another caution comes out. This time due to an issue. Biggest gainer there. John Arndt gained like 4 positions. Good job, Arndt, on that restart. But they're going to slow down, stack him back up, and do this again. William Duncan, huge issue. Alright, so Duncan is back out on track. It was a tire vibration. And once they told him to stay out, it immediately got worse. And he was forced to come to a stop even. So Duncan is a lap down now. Bad luck for Duncan. But we're going to restart the start now. 10 laps to go this time. It's Philip Scott, Hans Windhelm, Dak Jovic, John Arndt, DJ Curtis, William Carlson Jr., Cordell Paulson, Scott Roush, Alexander Rowe, and Gatlin Downing. Is your top 10. Any of these 10 can win this race. Right now, it's all in the hands of Philip Scott, the hometown hero, and the legend himself, or one of 2 hometown heroes. Finga is in the top 15. We'll see if he can cut through the field. But one of the people that some people are looking at, and I'm looking at, looks like he had 4 positions on that last start. John Arndt. Keep an eye out on him. A lot of people here could get their first career wins. Windhelm, Jovic, Curtis. The 3 big notable ones. You got Gatlin Downey back here. Vince Freeze back there. He could do it. But it's going to be Philip Scott, the legend himself, leading him back to the green flag. 10 laps to go. This time around, no one's got an issue. So we will officially be going green and green flag. This should be the final restart of the day. Philip Scott in the lead. Barrel down towards turn 1. I already see Arndt. Yeah, I knew he was setting that up. I saw him get real close to Jovic, and he set that move up. Curtis hunting behind Arndt. He's close. Could he make a move? He's going to do it, and he's got his teammate. Could Curtis win this race? Curtis down the inside of Arndt with help from Carlson. They're going to come out of the last corner. Curtis barreling down the front straightaway, but it's Philip Scott out front, led also by Hans Windhelm, close behind. Curtis coming into the picture with 9 to go. Oh, and a big momentum shift out of Curtis. Here comes Philip Scott's teammate, John Arndt. Jovic. Who does he help here? Jovic down on the inside with Windhelm, but I think Arndt's got it. John Arndt is now going to face his teammate. It's going to be a Scott Ganassi showdown. 8 to go. Philip Scott leads. Oh, here we go. Now it begins. This should be a fun battle. Into 1 and 2. They come out down the back straightaway. Only a few more rounds to go. Arndt's faster. Arndt looks to be a little bit faster than Scott, and that's an issue for Philip Scott. They come out of the last corner. Arndt, maybe he's not faster. Windhelm has the speed. Can he nail it down the inside of Arndt in turn 1? He will. John Arndt. We thought he had the speed when the restart happened, but it looks like he might not have the speed to catch his teammate. Now Hans Windhelm, he has no allies. Everyone else here is part of the Ford Alliance. But Windhelm has no friends here. Dak Jovic, part of the Ford Alliance down the inside. Scott Ganassi's completely part of the Ford Alliance. Carlson, Curtis, all the Ford Alliances climbed through. You got some of the Dodges back here, though, who don't have alliances nearby. Paulson, your champion, now moving down the inside of DJ Curtis. Look at Arndt. Does he have the speed to close in? We're coming to 5 laps to go this time. Coming to 3 and 4. Does Arndt have the speed? Does he have enough juice in the car to catch his teammate? These cars should be even. Oh, Arndt got the momentum. Here he comes. Does he make a move now, or does he wait? He looks like he's doing it now. John Arndt for the lead with 5 to go. Where will the momentum go? Philip Scott's got it. Philip Scott's got the momentum on the outside. And he'll clear him. A failed attempt out of John Arndt. That's going to waste some time for Windhelm to catch back up. Jovic is on his way up. Carlson's still there. Apologies for that. It's Arndt trying to catch Philip Scott. Windhelm on his way back. 2 5-time winners do battle. Here comes John Arndt for the lead. This corner could be the one. This could be the corner he could get it done. Philip Scott, did he just concede the position? Is he setting him up? I think Philip Scott's trying to set him up. It's a 4-way battle for the lead. Windhelm right on the back of Arndt. Now does Arndt have the juices to hold off Windhelm? Philip Scott's got the momentum on the outside. Carlson's joining into the battle. Who's got the momentum? Who's got the run? Windhelm looks like he's got it. No, not there yet. He's got help from Jovic. Now is Jovic helping him because he wants to help Windhelm, or is it because he wants him to help himself? 2 laps to go and the gap is less than a 10th. Down the inside, here comes Windhelm. Out of 2, the German. Trying to pull it off, but Scott Ganassi's got the outside. Into 3 and 4, can they pull it off? Philip Scott wants to put on a challenge. Here comes Philip Scott back after Arndt. White flag in the air as they're side by side. Who's gonna get the run in 1 and 2? Who's got the run? We're into 1 and 2. Does Arndt have anything? We're at a 2. Arndt has a run. Down the back straightaway. This is it. The last corner. Does Arndt have anything for Scott on the outside? Into the last corner. It's going to be side by side to the line. Philip Scott and John Arndt. Who's going to get it at the line? Scott by an inch, by a hair. Philip Scott will pull off his 6th career win. It was the battle of the 5-time winners, and Philip Scott will edge his teammate out just barely. And that is Philip Scott, 3rd on the all-time win list, tied with Constantin and Bowers. What an amazing race. Arndt came so close to pulling it off. That might be the closest finish in SES history. Let's go look back at the gap between them. There it is. Your gap at the line. Almost nothing. See if we can get a better view of that. Holy hell. That's as close as you can get it, folks. That is as close as you can get it. What a finish here in Michigan. Probably the closest finish in Sunoco Elite Series history. Let's go look at the gap real quick at the finish line. Wow! It is counted as nothing at the line. They are crediting it to Philip Scott, but the gap is nothing. They will give it to Philip Scott. That is the closest finish in SES history. 0.000. Nothing. Our timing does not register it, but they will give it to Philip Scott at the line. What a finish. And John Arndt came that close. That's like an inch and a half, maybe. I'm trying to see if we can get a better view of this. Look at that. You can tell there's a minor difference. You could tell Scott got him. But look at the difference. God. What a finish. Congratulations to Philip Scott on taking his 6th career win. Let's go look at your finishing results. So, it's Philip Scott taking career win number 6 by nothing over John Arndt. Dak Jovic comes home 3rd, possibly taking the points lead, I think. Windhelm in 4th, Carlson 5th, Paulson 6th, Rose 7th, Fitzwater 8th, Curtis 9th, and Scott Roush will round out your top 10. Jeffrey Fingard, the other hometown hero, finishes P11. A good result for him here in Michigan. But what a finish. Holy hell. That was an amazing finish for him. And Philip Scott, that's another one he could tally down to prove why he has this nickname, the Legend. And now he's 3rd on the all-time win list. Next is 2nd for him. We'll see if he could do that. But congratulations, Philip Scott. Let's go look at your points position. Alright, guys. So I do want to discuss something for a moment about this finish because I went a little more in depth with it after I was done. This is actually a freeze frame of afterwards, so I can't actually show you what I experienced. But at first, when I went back to the rear chase view, I did notice that it actually did look like Arndt got Scott at the line. And sometimes the game will malfunction and it will credit the win to a different person. And I was about ready to announce that Arndt was actually the winner of this race, but I decided to go a little more in depth. And I do want to point out that the start-finish line does not start at the black and white line, it starts at the yellow line, and I did take that into effect when I was considering it, and I did go back and I went and looked at the animation of when they crossed the actual start-finish line, and in fact Scott did slightly get an edge by that point. So the game was correct by saying that Scott got Arndt. It just does not look like it from this or the rear chase view, because this is not technically the start-finish line yet, but I cannot freeze frame the moment they hit the start-finish line, because the game does not allow I go frame by frame, and it's in the middle of 2 frames, and I cannot actually do that. So, sadly, I can't actually show how close the finish actually was. It was an insanely close finish. Scott did just barely beat out Arndt, and it's just easily the best finish in SES history, in my personal opinion. Probably barely beating out the Locklean finish last season. That was a great one too, the first race of the doubleheader, but that was an absolutely incredible finish. Congratulations, Philip Scott. You just barely edged out your teammate. So now I'll go on to the points, which I actually still need to record, so I'll see you guys in a sec, because it'll be the same event, so cool. And with Michigan out of the way, Dak Jovic, your new points leader. This is his first time stepping into the points lead. 5 points ahead of Philip Scott, your Michigan winner. And a lot of pressure has got to be on the back of Dak Jovic now, as he is right in the middle of this championship hunt. Roush, 32 points back, Windhelm 36, Monaco 37, Arndt 39. Then it's a big jump back to Halleck at 71, Pericles at 75, Brock at 84, Finn Guy 87, Shepard 88, Ron 91, so on and so forth. We are now to the point where the top 20 right here, are the ones who can take the points lead at this point. Everyone else is just out of it. Leading your rookie of the season, DJ Curtis, 13th place, a solid amount of points ahead of Vince Freeze. And then Jimmy Perez in 26th, and then Bartlett in 33rd. Some people still have some time to make up, and people like Gatlin Downey and Bobby Jones are still being beat by Roman Rahal, which Roman Rahal will be coming back in a Road America in 2 races' time after Chicagoland, which is the next race. And then we'll be at Road America, and we'll get to see Roman Rahal again. Your constructors' points, it is Scott Ganassi with that 1-2 now leading the points over Roush Racing, Epic Motorsports, and Maverick GP. At this current moment, this is kind of expected because Clever Haas has fallen off the face of the fucking earth, and they're gone. So, yeah, they have not had the start to the season that they need. But we know Jackson is good at coming back, so you never know. Right now, Red Stallion, the rank D team, is in a rank B position. So, incredible job out of Red Stallion Racing. Like, great job, guys. They can actually have a legitimate chance at moving up straight from rank D up to rank B, which would be amazing to see Red Stallion back in action again. That would be absolutely incredible. But with Scott Ganassi now leading, can anyone top them? This is what a lot of people expect would happen, is that Scott Ganassi would dominate this championship because they were absolutely incredible last season, and they were able to beat 2 rank A's. So with Scott Ganassi this high up now, no one thinks they're going to top him. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't. Right now, they just seem way too strong. I do want to point out, where is he? Aiden Shepard. His wreck that happened earlier in the race that brought out the first caution. He was not cleared from the medical center. He will have to sit out for a few races. They say it's a concussion that's going to last a few races. But again, if you know how injuries work, the driver that takes over does still earn points for the original driver. So Shepard's not going to be losing a whole ton. They just got to put a lot of faith in whoever's going to replace him at the team for the time being. They're saying probably about 3 races. So, which means Shepard probably will not make the second special event at Road America, which is very disappointing to hear that Aiden Shepard will not be making an appearance in the next few races. I wanted to check the schedule real quick, but to see what he said. I know he's racing Chicagoland and Road America. I don't remember the 6th race on the season. I believe it's Talladega. Oh, Talladega's going to suck for Shepard. Shepard's really good at Talladega, and it's going to suck to see that he's not going to make these races. I don't think... Is Talladega around 6? I'm not sure. We'll check on it later, but Aiden Shepard out for 3 events due to a concussion. 3 weeks he'll be out. So we won't know who's going to replace him yet. Roush Racing Enterprises has some work to do to replace him. Shepard, second injury in 2 seasons, got a very similar injury last season at Phoenix when he got in contact with his teammate Chris Dodd. So Shepard, another disappointing injury, but at least his points are still going to be tallied. They just got to put hope in whoever's going to replace. So bad luck to Aiden Shepard. Congratulations to Philip Scott on an amazing, absolutely amazing victory, and an amazingly close victory. John Arndt gained some nice positions. 7 positions John Arndt gained. He's in 6th, 39 points back. Keep an eye on him. Pericles is here. We see people like Finguy gained 9 spots. Fitzwater gained 10. Curtis gained 8. Rowe gained 12. There's a lot of people here who gained a lot of positions. The big loser here, Duncan lost 13, which is very disappointing for him. Shepard lost 9, and he's gonna be he might lose more depending on how this replacement does. We'll have to see. 11 loss for Bowers, 10 loss for a log, 9 loss for Ryan Monaco after that issue, the cylinder. But this does prove that Ryan Monaco has a lot of hope going forward this season, and we do hope that he does improve as the season goes on, and we hope to see Ryan Monaco back up near the top again. But congratulations to Volpscotty, second at points, 5 points back from Dak Jovic. And next time we are going to Chicagoland Speedway for our first time in Sunoco Elite Series. Very excited for this track, and testing this track was very nice. So, very excited for that. I need to get to actually fully testing that track. But until next time, guys, ciao.